it on.
Hi guys, and welcome to Bouncing Between Colours.
Video 2.
This is our second video, and it has been a while since our first video. We do apologise for the delay.
Yeah.
It's been a bit busy and stuff. So thank you for tuning in again, and thank you so much for all the support you've given us from our introduction video. Didn't expect to get so much positive response from that, but we did, and thank you so much for everyone that supported us and gave positive feedback, and everyone that wanted us to do more videos. So thank you.
Yeah, really appreciate it. And specifically to a colleague I work with, Egan, who's very eager to see the video. Here you go, it's number 2.
So today we're going to be talking about our daily experiences. So things that we've gone through, currently are going through on a day-to-day basis, just out and about, on public transport, in the street, things like that. So just kind of going to recite a few stories from incidents that have happened in the past.
First
What
one,
was
the guy in
Oh,
Croydon.
yeah. So basically, we can both say the story because, yeah, it was quite early on in our relationship. We were working in the same area and we were on like a lunch break or something together. So we're just walking down the street, hand in hand, minding our own business. Then...
Then some lovely guy comes around the corner. We were just walking up and he comes around the corner and kind of does a double take on us and goes...
Yeah, right in front of us. He stops
What's
in front
going
of
on?
us, literally, and he does a double take, looks us up and down with the most, like, angry-looking expression on his face. It wasn't like the normal expression of a double take we see with shock or kind of intrigue. It was more like anger, like, why am I seeing this? Why are they holding hands? And he actually looked down at our hands, looks at our faces, and then kissed his teeth or cut his eyes and walked away. And that was scary because he stopped bang in front of us. So we kind of stopped because he stopped. That was scary.
Yeah, it was a bit... well, it was very unexpected in that regard because, we've always been getting kind of like the odd look and everything, and then it was just this little twat who thought he would, again, kiss his teeth at us, and I've always thought, oh God.
It was like it was so unprovoked. All we were doing was holding hands, walking down the street, and it fueled so much anger in him. Like, I was actually scared he was going to do something, like physically harm us, because he stood in front of us, as in to block our way, to give us this, like, angry expression. And I actually thought he was going to take it a step further. And this was really early on in our relationship, so we hadn't actually acknowledged people felt this way about interracial couples or anything. So it was shocking.
Wasn't nice.
No. So that happened, and then later down the line, about couple months later, or was it?
Oh, it was a while later.
A while later.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were out, like a date night, and on our way back on the tube, he gets off a stop before me.
I do.
So he got off the train, and I'm still there because I was getting off the next stop. And the minute he gets up from his seat, 2 men come and sit where he was at. So, in other words, 2 men replaced where he was sitting. So they were sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, okay, that's a bit weird because they already sat down on that end of the carriage, but now they've moved closer to me, whatever. I ignored them, but then as soon as he got off the train, they just started having a go at me. Like, they barely waited for him to get through the doors. They just pounced at me like, why are you with a white man? They were 2 black men. Why are you with a white man? How dare you? You know you're disrespecting your ancestors doing this. How could you disrespect, like, all the slaves that went through all of that by being with a slave master? Well, yeah, these guys definitely thought so because they were just having a go at me on the train. And I was on my own, obviously, at this point. It was a really scary incident. Nobody was helping me. Everyone could see them attacking me verbally, and no one helped me. When my stop came on the train, I was like, thank God, I just want to get off this train and go home. It didn't end there. They got off the train where I got off. They followed me. They walked with me all the way up to the top of the station. So I just stopped there, like, can you just leave me alone? I was really scared. I didn't want to provoke them. I just said, can you just please leave me alone? I'm trying to go home. It was nearly midnight, and they wouldn't leave me alone.
Yeah, it was quite late.
And they had some more words with me, just saying, we're just giving you friendly bit of advice to prevent you from getting heartbroken by a white slave master.
Friendly. Love it.
And that was
We're doing it because we love you.
They care about me. And they eventually left me alone after they got their words out. And I was just shaken up. I called him straight after to say, you won't believe what happened. Because you actually saw them on the train sitting there, didn't you?
Yeah, they were literally opposite us, a bit to our left, if I remember correctly. And I kind of remember they didn't... well, they were giving off quite... what's the term?
Negative vibes.
Negative vibes. Disapproving.
They were staring. They were staring, but we thought whatever. Like, everyone stares.
Yeah.
Like, so whatever.
Exactly. It didn't seem any way from the train, any way sort of any different to kind of what we've seen before. So,
it was the most kind of standy outy thing that made me realise that people really don't like to see a black girl with a white man. Like, they really don't like to see it.
even just the other day, like, we didn't actually plan to talk about this one, but we were on the train. Again, the underground.
It's always on the underground.
Fucking London. But we were just standing there, and we were just there, and Jen was just standing, and this woman walks past, looks at us, literally pretty much stops.
In our faces.
And then just looks at that and just... carries on walking.
And that leads us on to the last story, because this is more of a nicer story, and it's more positive, which... It's rare for us to say, and it's a nice story to say. So
exactly, and this is the kind of thing that helps to keep us going and keep our heads up and everything.
Yeah. This was a day when we were walking from one train station to another. All our stories revolve around trains and tubes. I don't know. So we're walking down the street, and this black guy, comes up into my face in my ear.
Oh,
and
that's not the positive one.
No, sorry. I'm leading into this. It's this connection from the positive to the negative.
Oh, okay.
This is the negative before the positive, but it happened within the same hour. So we're walking down the street, and he comes on my ear and calls me a sellout waste girl, which she's basically saying I'm a traitor for being with a white man, and that made me feel really crap.
Yeah, they always ensure that I'm not kind of privy to what happens. Like, the guys on the train left when I got up when I left, and this guy said it to Jen quiet enough so I wouldn't hear.
Station, and then all of a sudden we hear a car beeping the horn, like beep beep beep, and then we turn around like, oh, what now? Is it going to be more abuse? Leave us alone.
We don't need this.
And then we turn around, and then this guy rolls down his window, and then we just see like his thumb, like, you two look good together. Keep your heads up. And we were like,
yeah.
Did we just hear that? Like, it was so nice, especially after that guy calling me a sellout waste girl. It was nice to hear a positive response from someone
who was also a black guy. Because we've given black guys a bit of a bad rap in this video.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, it might be a coincidence that it's always black men that have something to say about a black woman with a white man. Maybe they're just the ones that want to verbalise it. Maybe white men are thinking the same, or I don't know, or whoever else is thinking the same. But
obviously, we can't tar an entire group of people with
the
just
same brush,
four experiences. You can't do it. And because we might have just met the four black guys, who don't like this, and then every other do.
Or it might be the kind of areas that we go to that they...
Yeah, we should go to nice areas.
Yeah.
Where people actually are accepting, no matter what race or gender or anything.
If only that place existed. Well, it might do.
It is bringing, like, though it is a positive, it does bring sort of highlights, really, this situation, and again makes it stand out as different from the norm.
Yeah.
But the good thing was that he knew that this is something outside of normality and all those kind of things, knowing that we will find a lot of the attention that we get can be difficult. So he thought, hell, I'm going to give these people some positives and everything. And probably in his immediate family that they've got this dynamic.
Yeah, I was thinking that. He must have some kind of first-hand...
maybe.
He might even be with a white girl. He might be in an interracial relationship himself. He might even be watching us now. If you're the guy that stopped your car and said, thumbs up, you guys look good, then hi. You made my day. You made my day. You did. So that's basically like the three stories that stood out in our relationship as kind of it affected us a lot.
With a bonus story.
In a good way and a bad way, because obviously it ended on a positive note.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so from from nowadays, like we see a lot of interracial couples out and about, which is also obviously a really positive thing.
But also this way.
Yeah, black woman, white man. It's becoming, I think it's becoming more common and more seen, I hope, because we see it a lot. And I'm just hoping it's kind of a thing like that was, like I said in the first video, the reason for this channel, so people can see this. If they don't see it in their area or country, they can see it through this channel, that this kind of way round couple exists. But we've been seeing it. And
also been seeing it a lot more in media. A lot more in media. In
TV and posters.
So, literally taking the words right out of my mouth there. So yeah, so anything like an advert, loads of adverts. There's I think like a Lloyd's TSB advert. There's the Now TV advert, eHarmony, Match. All of these adverts are just dropping these interracial couples, but again this way instead of the more seen in terms of black guy, white girl, which is more common. Would you say?
Sorry, I wasn't really listening. But
well, that's pointless now, isn't it? So yeah, as Jen said, things like adverts, TV, media, we're seeing it a lot more now in terms of this dynamic. And it is obviously being a lot more accepted because, I say, out and about we're seeing it, in media we're seeing it, which is different to before. So it's looking up, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching our video again. And again, thank you for your support.
Yep.
Keep watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, talking about it. And we'll see you in our next video, guys.
Bounce, 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 bounce.